And welcome, everyone, to Creative Disarray Incorporated's production of the Squared Circle Odysseys Road to WrestleDeep, a 5e adventure chock full of pro wrestling just in time for the weekend of it, and a wonderful cast here joining us today. I am the loudest half of Creative Disarray, Doc, and I am more than happy, welcome, and just ecstatic to be here to bring this story and to DM for these wonderful folks. Which, with no further ado, I will allow them to introduce themselves a little about. We'll get into kind of character stuff later, so if you just want to promote yourself quickly or anything you got going on, I'll give you that time right now in case there's no time for you at the end. So, Amelia, if you want to kick it off, by all means, you're first on the menu.
All right, sure. Hey, everybody, I'm Amelia. I'm Amelia Malcolm, also known as Disabled Dystopian with Y's instead of I's. I am a newer actual play performer, a GM of my own stories that will hopefully be an upcoming podcast for 2027. And you can catch me every other Friday, like this coming Friday, on Goblin Tuesday's campaign, Eater of Eternity. And every week that I'm not on Goblin Tuesday, I'll be over here.
Wonderful. Appreciate that. And I'm glad to have you here. Danny?
Yeah. Hey, everybody. I'm Danny, he, him, Danny R. Mendoza, all over the internet. So if you just put Danny R. Mendoza into a search anywhere, I'm there. Blue Sky's a good place to follow me for TTRPG updates. I play in games, I run games. I'm a staff member at Streaming Rainbow. I'm currently running something in conjunction with Evil Hat for a new game in open playtesting called Rocket Club, created by M. Hubbard. We're playing 4 different campaigns and 4 different channels that are all collaborating with each other during the open playtesting period, so come check that out. There's a bunch of other stuff that I run and that I'm in. Just follow my socials. You'll find all the info there.
Fantastic. Thank you. Nikki, anything you want to drop?
Yeah, my name is Nikki. I'm Nicolade on Discords everywhere. That's the only place you can find me.
All right. I'm glad that I found you and that the rest of the team has you. Phoenix.
Hey, everybody. I'm Taylor Danielle, aka Evolution Phoenix, pretty much everywhere. I also am in multiple campaigns. I'm finding out. I'm actually just got casted for a New Orleans 1935 style thing, so more on that soon. I'm very excited.
Nice.
We are definitely going Haitian Hoodoo Priestess, I'm just saying. But yeah, if I'm not doing that, I'm doing some kind of high fantasy something on my Twitch channel at Evolution Phoenix. And I also run a podcast called Healing in Hindsight. That is my perspective and journey of just living life as a millennial and healing through a lot of jacked up stuff. So Healing in Hindsight, Evolution Phoenix.
Fantastic. And last but not least for today, Kaylee.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure I wasn't muted. Hi, everyone. My name is Kaylee. I am the gaming anthropologist on Instagram and Twitch. I'm an actual anthropologist. I study gaming and how it affects human development, culture, that sort of thing. I'm currently working on an ethnography of Mandalorian culture and history, which I plan to turn into a YouTube mini-series. I have no idea how I'm going to do that, but please follow me and give me tips. I don't know.
I have nothing but the faith.
Can I ask a question about that?
Sure.
Do you plan on including Darth Revan?
How much room do you think I have?
Listen, all I'm saying is he's a Jedi, a Mandalorian, and a Sith, and then went back to being a Jedi. Like, there's a lot to say about him. He married a Mandalorian.
No, I know. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, he will be in there. Yes.
I mean, I was going to plug it, but you got to it before I could. So, unfortunately, we do have another team member, Louie, team of Louie, that will be joining us next week. He'll be back in action. He could not make it this week, but we will figure it out. And well, we're people first. So if anybody can't make it and we're still running, by all means, obviously, we'll either figure it out with a little shadow session or fill you in and fit it in later. So, without further ado, since I already made everybody start late, and I'm trying not to be the worst, we're going to start off actually in.
You're not the worst.
I know. I just have to self-deprecate so I can feel better about myself later. I'm working on it. You know, I'm a work in progress, like anything else.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So with that, we are going to start with everyone in their younger years of their character. And with that, we start in Baldur's Gate in about 1483 DR. You and your younger selves find yourself wide-eyed and entranced with everything Baldur's Gate has to offer. It is always a busy and bustling place, and the upper city is, as ever, filled with estates, storefronts, temples, guild halls, government buildings, and an ever-growing landscape of metal, stone, wood, and people. You stand in the Wide, the upper city's open marketplace, usually filled with shoppers and merchant stalls, tents, with the bailiff and the watch running around policing from setup at sunrise to tear down well after the sun sets. Today, however, it is filled with locals, travelers, and migrating folks that are a sea of people that are ushering towards a different group of structures. In the center of the Wide today, we find makeshift bleachers and a seating-styled arena draped and embellished with banners that read FWW, Faerun World Wrestling. There are pillars marked in the four corners of the area, magical holograms with structures above, platforms where people are staying and waving, and you can almost glimpse the famousness that stands before you. One of those pillars has the four-lettered logo FWW as well, spinning in magical glittering light. Another has a bust representation of a feminine tiefling with long dark hair that grows to the center of her back. Her purplish skin is offset by the white and bright colored paint that colors half her face. It's a mix of floral lavender patterns and skull work. She sports a similarly patterned sports bra, and the horns that adorn her head curl back, thick and black, like a ram's. The name above her head spins and reads, Lavender Lightning. Another pillar presents the vision of what appears to be a well-built and blonde half-elf whose blonde hair flows and seems to have a fashion of its own, gliding in the wind, even if there isn't any. Beneath that is a proud face and a smug smirk that adorns a objectively handsome face by smart standards. The name above him reads, The Stunning Sho Kael. The final pillar displays a gruff but eccentric human male wearing a brimmed hat and a tassel jacket of bright colors. His full, thick beard is well-groomed and holds together the look of the face that has a look that is somehow jovial and menacing at the same time. And above that hologram reads, Mr. Macho. The flow of the crowd seems to be a living sea of its own. It's pushing you forward, pulling you towards the excitement. Various entrances have people funneling in, trying to find their seat in the bleachers or in the standing room only closer to the ring. So with that, what do you feel yourself doing? Are you in the crowd? Are you ushering in? Are you standing on the outskirts, worried about getting pulled into it? Are you trying to get a spot somewhere else to see all the action? Or are you trying to get into the thick of it one way or another? So Amelia, what do you have going on at this point?
So you see a fairly taller than your average child or like teenager, roughly 16 years old, dark brown skin with white markings, Goliath. She looks built and muscular but malnourished. She's dirty, covered in filth. Definitely just looks very poor. And she is standing off to the side while slowly trying to see if there's someone that she could probably rob while she's here so that she could get something to eat today, because it's been a while. And she really doesn't want to go ask Jahira for charity again.
Mhm.
Perfect. And Danny, how about you?
Already 6'2", 300 pounds. You see Miguel Lovato towering over some of the crowd, at least, not all. But helping people through, making sure that if anybody's getting a little bit too rowdy, that they just take a beat. You see big, thick hands getting on shoulders in those situations, friendly, but ready to not be if the need arises.
How about you, Nikki?
What you see, or maybe don't, is someone who is eye level with a bunch of butts in the standing room only area, with a headband with these huge curling back, clearly homemade horns with a little purple flag going, excuse me, as he tries to push between to see through all these writhing bodies, but currently can only hear the music and hear the announcements and can't see a thing.
Perfect. Taylor.
Yeah, so you would see, you're not quite sure what you're looking at. Is she drow? Is she elf? Is she something? But she has, kind of darker grayish tinted skin, but there's just a hint of warmth to it. And you see this yellow-eyed 5'5" little teen with silver hair, with a hood that she's trying to like hide herself, trying to look towards the back. She doesn't want anybody to notice her. She's a little frustrated because she can't really be in the space how she wants to be normally be, because her mother constantly teaches her how to disguise herself. But she doesn't want to do that right now. She is so in awe of what's happening, but she also understands that she's not supposed to be here, especially with the her parents being of nobility. So she's like doing a taboo thing in their eyes. So she's in the back, just, pulling her hood up, trying to see what she can see, but trying not to draw attention to herself, even though she very much looks awkward and out of place. But she's more concerned about, can she see, the stage? Can she see everything? Can she be able to be inconspicuous, but be able to catch what she, has caught her attention?
Fantastic. All right, Kaylee, I'll tell you what little extra you see first, then I'll let you go, okay? You see your brother Roderick on Liflug's shoulders, trying to stay steady as he's rocking back and forth and being a goofball and trying to see. And Liflug is strong, but Roderick is moving too much. He's kind of tipping over, bumping into people. People are shoving and elbowing Liflug, and Liflug at this point is already well-sized, above 6 foot, well close to 300 pounds himself of pure orcish, half orcish muscle, and is just being directed by your brother, who once again doesn't care about anything, but we're getting to the ring and as close as he can get before the first entrance and announcement start for the big day. What do you do with that?
So I'm just kind of squeezing my way through these people, trying to keep eyes on my brother in case he just topples over and opens his head up like he's wont to do, but does not care. Of course, it's always my responsibility to make sure that he hasn't killed himself somehow. But, what are sisters for? Obviously, this is my lot in life. I'm a very resentful 8-year-old. Thank goodness our orc friend is tall enough that I can find him in a crowd. But By the time I reached you guys, I'm out of breath. I'm not happy. And it's too crowded. It's too loud. But you're happy. And in some small people-pleasing way in the back of my brain, where my concern is keeping us alive, that makes me happy.
Absolutely. And when you get there and you reach the front, you've noticed that Roderick has already steered Liflug almost to the front where the barricade is, standing room only, near closest to the ring as he can get. The points of his ears, being the half elf that he is all almost hard to see because he's already wearing a hat that's very similar to Mr. Macho's. He's already kind of got his tassel on, the sparkles, ones that, you know, how that jacket and hat were obtained, the group doesn't talk about. We all just know. And he is excited. But at this point, there is a watch guard face to face with Liflug with his finger in his chest already, telling him that Roderick has to get down immediately and that it's going to be an issue and that there's going to be a problem and they're going to get kicked out. And Liflug is trying to look up and go back and forth and look up and down and see what, and Roderick is in his own world trying to look over and see the ring and not even paying attention to that situation.
If I may, Miguel's hand comes in and completely erases the existence, visibly, not like crushing it, of the finger that shoved into Liflug's chest, and says, "Hey, bud, I don't think you want to do that. Why don't you come over here and I could buy you something to drink?"
You know what? Let's call that. Let's just go with persuasion right off the gate and let you be the first roll.
So with this, how am I rolling it? Meaning, like, am I just rolling a d20 flat under this circumstance?
So in this circumstances where you're all children, the modifiers are wiped. So it wouldn't be your persona or your regular just run-of-the-mill 5e character sheet. This is just we'll call it a flat roll. And this is a human guard, not very big, so you do easily engulf him. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's a 6. Haas. That's a 6. Hot 6.
Okay.
First roll of the game. Let's go. Yeah.
Hey, that's fine. So with that, don't lose anything off it, but the guard does pull his hand back and say, "Hey, look, I don't want to just kick people out already. All I'm saying is he has to get down, so don't go grabbing people or you're going to be out too. What's the matter with you?"
Hey, you're the one who put hands on first. I'm just the one who's going to put hands on last.
He's like, "Look, just tell the kid to get down. If this is your friend, if this is your buddy, whatever you got to do." And at this point,
all right, don't go touching kids. I'm gonna call out. This guy seems to want to touch kids.
To which the other guards start looking over, and guard A is like, "Oh, come on, man. That's not like, I'm just trying to do my job. I just usually...
Just get the guy down with me for a drink. I could have gotten you something to drink. It'd be a totally
he kind of gives you,
thing.
He kind of gives you the, "Oh, come on, man, why are you doing that?" And kind of starts stepping off to the side.
Rain jumps in and she goes, yeah, I saw it. That's my little brother. And he tried to put hands on my little brother.
All right. I don't know. That sounds like a performance to me, Rain. All right, give me a performance check. We're going to roll a lot as kids, just for the record. So,
one of these is a thing. But come on, just hit the button. It's a 7.
We're creeping up there.
You did better than me.
I'm a small child. That should count. I'm a small child.
Are the DCs smaller because we're smaller?
Yes.
Yeah. In an adult world.
Could I try
Sorry.
to pick this guard's pocket while he's being booed and yelled at?
Nobody's gonna call out the 6-7 though, like the 6 and then the 7.
I was leaving it alone, Taylor. Come on.
I couldn't let it go.
I was trying to gear it away.
Didn't we just talk about how old we are? Come on.
I'm pretty sure we covered that.
I'm childish at heart, okay?
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna kind of.
Can I?
Yeah, he's gonna try to go. Go a bit into the crowd and kind of go up into the. Go up the stairs that are kind of nearby into where the higher ups are sitting, some of the magistrates and stuff, as it were, and some of the well-to-do estate folk of the city, to kind of find himself a different spot on the other side to avoid this part of the crowd, while others kind of come in and try to handle the Roderick and the situation. We'll call it the situation.
Rain is the situation.
Did you catch what I said before you had him walk away?
The pickpocket? Yeah, no, I said you want to go for it. I mean, I will give you.
I just rolled a 14.
14?
Okay.
All right. I would say. Yeah, you pull out a little pouch. To the unseen. He's bumping through. He's trying to rush away. He kind of like reaches back and swats, thinking that people are just grabbing him from the commotion. And you pull out a little pouch.
Okay.
It doesn't jangle or anything. It's just one little pouch.
Okay.
Whether you open it or not, that's obviously your decision. So
she's gonna immediately open it to see if she got anything.
Inside is just a single key. It's just a wrought iron key. Looks like it goes to a pretty simple lock. But it could go to any number of locks in the city. It could go to a chest. It could go to shackles. Not entirely sure. Well,
okay,
how many times you've been arrested before? Let me ask you that. As a character, sorry, I'm not trying to get
none. Every time. So the thing is that every time she's about to get arrested, the Flaming Fist, who are sort of like the higher police of Baldur's Gate, or one of the Harpers, every time they clock that it's her, they just tell the others to let me go, and then they just give me a lecture, and they always offer to walk me home, and I always run off because I don't want to be around them.
All right, I will give you it should be pretty easy because you would still kind of see it. So just roll an insight.
Okay.
Ugh.
Hold on. That was cocked.
No worries.
Move the dice tray. That's a 17.
17. All right. Yeah, you would know that this goes to it's a key for shackles. So essentially the watch's handcuffs if they really need to take care of anybody. So you have a more or less a universal key to various shackles in Baldur's Gate at this point, if you ever find yourself in need of that.
Nice.
And with a 17,
it's not as good.
I will say in the future, if you want to write this down, if you're rolling insight checks on criminal situations or things like that, or things that involve that, such as peacekeeping, being arrested, shackles, like identifying those types of things, I'll give you a +1 for the 17.
Nice. She's gonna look at this key and go, well, I can't get bread with this, so I guess I'm not dumb. And she's gonna pocket it.
I guess it depends on who you're trying to sell illicit items to, I suppose.
Trying to get money so I can just go straight to the baker or anyone else where I can get food.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I hear you. All right. With that, I will say, Kaylee, Roger is gonna listen to the emotion and try to, he'll kind of climb down and kind of get in front of Liflug and not apologize or anything. He's just super excited, and he's like, Rain, he got us all the way to the front. We're in the front. It's about to start.
I see that. Yeah. Very, very exciting. Very exciting.
He's like, this is where we wanted to be. And you notice he will always say, as usual, this is where we wanted to be.
Yes, I very much did want to be here. You are
This is
correct.
exactly where we are. Liflug just kind of shakes and grunts and, gives him a nudge forward and kind of almost knocks him over the barricade, even though it's a slight one. Rajik is, he's about 5'10". Not the tallest elf or half elf, even of the highborn persuasion, but, well, it doesn't feel very highborn being an orphan, but you know how it goes. But he's excited in the moment, and he is a little bit more on the performance side versus any heavyweight contention. So, with that, does anybody else want to jostle in position or do anything else?
Would I see the commotion? But there's also like a very giant person that was like cowering.
Yeah, no, I'd say, if you're trying to get up into like the front of bleachers, or you're trying to be in a place where, because that's going to be a place where attention is more on the higher ups and the important folk, right? That's what they're kind of paying attention to, just guarding them. So as long as you're not trying to get up on those daises or those platforms where the common folk or the city folk aren't supposed to sit, I would say, yeah, nobody's gonna bother you or accost you for being there or trying to, other than bumping into other folks that are trying to get a better position or a seat.
No, I'm definitely staying back. It's more so of just like the excitement of violence is about to happen. And so if I see a scuffle that's about to happen before the real scuffle, like I would be like, what's happening over there? And so, but if it died down, then I'd be like, oh, nothing happened.
Absolutely. With that, you would hear some just kind of pompous, like obnoxious, like well-to-do music start playing as two human, a male and a female human, start kind of walking down this ramp that you could kind of obviously assume is also going to be the entrance to the ring for people that are kind of supposed to be for that. One of them is in like very prim and proper, the Faerun equivalent of a tux. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody in a tuxedo there, but suit and tie, pomp and circumstance kind of thing. And if you're been a wrestling fan, you would recognize this is Prince and Sophia McLady, the owners of FWW. And they're making their way to the ring. And as they get in, they're doing their wave, and the crowd is, going back and forth, booing and cheering, and, we want to watch wrestling, but we don't want to see the rich folks that own it, that type of stuff. And as they're kind of waving and cheering, waiting, and Prince McLady has the satchel kind of slung up over his shoulder, just like a knapsack, more or less. And then the crowd goes absolutely bonkers. The music blares, and all you hear is "I'm the real Eric Hogan." And music goes absolutely nuts as you see this bald eagle type Eric Hogan walk down the ramp with some red and yellow all over him, just strutting through, waving to the crowd as the crowd's going absolutely nuts for it, as Sulk Brogan starts to make his way to the ring. And as he gets there, he's walking through, and the music is playing, and the crowd, bumping into everybody. If you're trying to get more position, this is obviously where it would be a good time to do it, because everybody's just going absolutely insane. And he gets into the ring, and then you hear his booming voice start to announce all of the rest of the circumstance of what's going on. So you hear the traditional, "Listen here, brothers. I'm here to announce the greatest moment in FWW history, and something that's going to change Faerun forever. This is the inaugural match for the Sword Coastal Championship. This is something that is going to bring wellness and greatness to not just the realm, but it's going to put wrestling exactly where it should be, in the hearts and homes of everybody. The three new incoming wrestlers here today are going to be the future of professional wrestling in Faerun, and I am more than happy to be the one that's going to hand them a belt when it's all said and done. So without further ado, let's bring them on out." And with that, you hear various music start playing as ones I described before. Lavender Lightning, she makes her way to the ring, and the stunning Sholo Kael struts down whereas Lavender Lightning is very just focused and wringing her hands and walking straight to the ring like she's got a purpose. The stunning Sholo Kael walks through like everyone is supposed to be looking at him. He already has the swagger that he's supposed to have, flicking his hair back, walking through like everyone owes him something for just being there in his presence.
As soon as Lavender Lightning gets announced, Herbie starts panicking. Can somebody please pick me up? I can't see. Can somebody?
Miguel is near you enough. I think we could argue that Miguel hears this, and Miguel says, "Oh, hey, yeah, not a problem," and lifts you up as light as though you're nothing, and just sets you on his shoulder and says, "Is this high enough? You want me? Want to sit up here?"
There she is. I can see her. Thank you, mister.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Miguel. It's nice to meet you.
I'm Herbert.
Herbert, you seem real cool, Herbert. I'm glad we met.
And he waves his little flag.
Okay, this is already adorable. Give me a second. So yeah, I would say Herbert makes it up on the shoulder and locks eyes just as she's doing her usual. She grabs the ropes and anchors herself down and then launches herself with a forward moonsault into the ring and rolls up to her hands and brings her hands back out wide to the rest of the crowd. And it's front and center for you, Herbert. You're right on it. You can watch the whole thing like you got a perfect vision on it. And then more pomp and circumstance happens and the crowd re-erupts as Mr. Macho, who's a little bit more of a veteran out of this group, starts making his way down to the ring. Very crowd favorite, not strutting like anybody owes him anything, but just, arms out wide, circling around, taking it all in like his purpose is to be here and he knows it. And that's what he loves about it. And he makes his way into the ring and they go through, kind of start announcing and going through their names and the usual circumstance of getting ready for a match. With that, obviously, and at any time, as I kind of go through, if anybody does want to do anything, always interrupt me. Totally okay with that. I will stop and let that happen always, unless I say I'm not going to. And with that, they're all of them are kind of squared off in the ring, looking at each other, kind of preparing. Prince opens up the bag and takes out the belt, and it's just, as you'd imagine, this gaudy picture. It's got like the background is the whole kind of Sword Coastline from, Boulders to Waterdeep. You can make it all out if you're looking it up close. Has the Sword Coastal Championship filigree on it. Has the nameplates on the side. It's just this big, at least 9-pound chunk of gold, and black leather, as you would imagine of any of the major wrestling titles of yore. At this point, this is kind of like the Intercontinental title. That's where I would put it. Back, especially like 80s, 90s level Intercontinental title importance to the company to really get it going. So everyone in the crowd, everyone knows that this is a super big deal. They don't really have many titles and they don't unveil them a lot. It's usually kind of more regional thing. And FWW has really been kind of taking hold and using a lot of those local talent and all that and building up their roster. So, but of course, as they're about to kind of exit after showing off that, Sulk has to make it about him again real quick in the center of the ring and just, once again be like, hey, I'm glad that everybody's here. I'm glad that I can be here. I've done a lot for this company. I feel like I've done a lot to get it where it is today, and I'm just glad that I can share it with some young up-and-comers and show them a thing or two and talk to them after this and see where we're at. I have plenty of time to sign autographs and everything after the show. Everyone knows where I'll be. And then he kind of makes his way out after, walking around the ring one more time and waving and kind of flapping his wings and the red boas and the yellow tassels and everything that's attached to his wings, in stark contrast to his bald eagle styled patterns, is just over the top extra, as you'd imagine. And then he kind of exits finally, eventually, after even the other wrestlers are kind of like, okay, guy, what the hell? Like, let's go. This is supposed to be our time. And he gets out and kind of eventually goes up and joins kind of the upper class, as you were, that are in attendance for Baldur's Gate.
Can I
up on
see
their podium.
Any of the upper classers are?
No.
Are they anyone that
It
I
happens.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you're back. Hey.
Oh, you got to upperclassers and then you went whoop.
Oh, I don't know. Everybody moved around and they came back. I was saying, would I notice or recognize anybody, or would there be anybody in that seating area who would recognize me if they saw me?
Yeah, I feel. So if you're like upper class nobility, like if you're even in high standing in the upper city and those things, and like you have an estate, like this is where you're sitting. Like if you're, you're no, oh my God, I can't remember what the hell they're called. Hang on. Dukes? I just totally went blank. Yeah, so like that's where they would sit. Anyway, the dukes and then, the head duke and anybody that's kind of really well-to-do and known would be on this kind of the set of the bleachers that's kind of built into kind of the north side of the ring. It's kind of surrounded by other bleachers, but they're sectioned off, but there's enough where they can kind of have their own individual seating. So yeah, you would definitely, being of noble birth, be able to look up there. I would say if you want to roll perception, yeah, I would say roll for it instead of your passive at this point if you really want to spot somebody particular.
14.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, because you're looking, you're in a vantage point. I would say you being able to scan the crowd where they're not kind of ducking or hiding. It's all pretty open. You're not going to see your parents or anything, but you do spot kind of up in the middle and out of the way, friends of the family at least, and some of the, like known bankers and stuff. The people that your family really does associate with, like they're all there. But the ones that would really pick you out of a crowd, there's a few there, but they're not really at any place that can spot you. They would have to be like on the search out for you to come and find you to, get you out of there.
I think if I see that and that there are people that would recognize me, I would still try to maneuver myself to at least be in a blind spot. Because even though I'm there and I'm excited and I'm definitely not supposed to be there, this is like also me testing myself in a way of like, can I get away with things?
So, like I said, just not to cut you off, I apologize. I was just letting you say, if you want to like roll for stealth here, just because of what the rolls can get you, I'm okay with that. But I will say, like, you don't really have to in order to not be noticed by them because of the circumstances that are going on and where they're sitting. So if you want to kind of be like,
I just want to
in a
make sure
position
I got eyes on them more than them on me. Of like, okay, if I need to exit stage left because I'm not supposed to be here, I know where they are.
Yeah. And I would say, even as you're doing that, you hear the ding, ding, ding. And in the ring, you hear the rumble of wrestlers coming together, the stomp on the plywood and the reverberations of the ring. You see the stunning Shoel and Mr. Macho lock horns, and you see Lavender kind of lean back in the ropes and kind of sit up on the second turnbuckle and watch him for a second. Like they're just kind of going at all kind of doing literally the macho thing and going at, throwing each other into the ropes, slapping, everything, getting into back and forths. Finally, you do see Shoel get a little bit overconfident and gets hip tossed by Mr. Macho. Mr. Macho not paying attention to where he is. A little bit of unveteran-like conduct, actually ends up heading directly towards the corner of Lavender Lightning and gets a boot to the face. And then she jumps over the top of him and grabs him by the neck and kind of does like a avalanche. Oh my God, I'm gonna sound like a jackass because I just forget moves, but like a avalanche neck breaker basically. Before she pops back up and does her normal, like, very athletic, very acrobatic type of style that just gets the crowd going.
Herbie nearly falls off of Miguel's shoulder.
Miguel grabs on a little bit, like more supportively, right? So that Herbie can go crazy as much as they want with no risk of falling. And if Herbie looks down at any point, just a big toothy grin with one or two teeth missing already, back up at you.
Go ahead.
Is anybody like being super irresponsible and like throwing money at the performance?
I would say not yet, but if you want to roll perception, I might have something for you. But I would say openly nobody's throwing money. If you want a little bit more,
that's a 6.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, you kind of just see people getting rowdy, just as it were. You don't see anything extraordinary. Then people are just freaking out because they're, this is a huge event that they were open to. Being at Baldur's Gate, trying to amp it up, and the deal they made with the FWW, there wasn't really an entrance fee. It was kind of open. And obviously, they're kind of all of the stalls on the outside is where they're planning to make money from folks. But I will say, you do know that there are some stalls on the very perimeter that were like the Faerun version of hot dogs, nachos, and concessions and stuff would be some popcorn stuff like that.
Yeah.
Rain, I would say that you're caught up. Like, the usual excitement of, like, Roderick has his barricade. Liflug and him have always been, like, you all three are close. Liflug is like his shadow. Roderick has been the only one in the orphanage and whatnot that stood up for Liflug along with you. It was very tough for him to begin with in a lot of ways. Because he was not just an orc, but he was taken from like a raiding party type situation. So there was definitely a lot against Liflug to begin with. And he's just very quiet. He's the type that sits out in the open air and seems to talk to squirrels and animals more than anything. He just kind of chills and enjoys that kind of life. So very quiet, but super protective of you and Roderick, to the point that if Miguel hadn't stand in, like, the next moment would have been Liflug making the decision to take it to a way more drastic situation, because it's also 0 to 10 with him. But go ahead and, this is probably been easy, but go ahead and roll a perception for me.
It's a sparkle.
I don't know what to do with that, I'll be honest. Is that a crit?
I think it was cocked. I think I picked the wrong thing for it. It's a 20.
Well, there it is. All right.
Hey.
Permanent +1 to persuasion for the rest of your life. Nice core memory. Nice. But with that, you will look back as you kind of jog, and you're kind of happy. Like, you have your own mode, like we've talked about before, but you're feeling good. But you look over your shoulder, and for whatever reason, you can't shake it. You're looking through this crowd full of people. Some people have cloaks. Some people, they're just all rowdy. But you see straight through them, and you feel someone in this dark cloak, even though you can't see their face, like, you feel their gaze bore into your soul. Like, it gives you a chill. Like, it runs over you like a young, child, like almost like a quick waking nightmare type of situation. Like from that type of thing. But you also, like, that kind of goes away, because it was kind of initially like, oh goodness, like that's a crazy thing to pick out. Like, it hits you. And then you feel calm. And you feel like that, like, you feel kind of this sense of importance, and you do see the kind of the hand come up and try to wave you over to them.
Okay. I just abandon my brother, which is very uncharacteristic of me. And I make my way over to this figure I'm drawn to.
Yeah, and I would say, as you kind of break the crowd, like, you don't see them, but they're where they were standing. Now they're kind of over. They're not going to like a dark alley or anything. They're standing out in the open. They're not trying to lure you anywhere. They're standing in an open place, which is almost like there's away from the crowd and everything like that, where nobody's going to hear or it's going to be crazy and loud. But that it's like they're trying to present. You can tell that they're like, you're not like, I'm not luring you anywhere. I'm not trying to put you in danger. I'm remaining open. I'm remaining open to you, is the vibe you get. And you hear it. With that, you hear the crowd, roaring again in the background. And you hear some more slams. Herbert, unfortunately, you see Lavender Lightning go from kind of being in a headlock to getting kind of catching a boot to the face from out of nowhere as the stunning Shoel kind of catches her off guard.
Furious booing from atop Miguel. Furious.
And then as soon as she kind of pops
Miguel gets in on the booing too, like it's infectious.
Cheating!
Boo!
She pops up, and as soon as she does, she gets caught with like a lariat that sends her over the top, and she crashes down actually right in front of you two.
Get up.
And she's selling it.
You
but,
got this.
Yeah, she's right there in front of you. So I'm sure you wouldn't be paying
Does
attention.
Miguel? So Miguel's really paying attention when she crashes in front of us. Miguel is really interested in how these matches work, and I think if it's okay, he'd be looking to see in that moment what she looks like privately in her face. Like she's down on the mat. He wants to see what it's like for her to be working this.
Yeah.
Especially if she's that close.
I would say, you know what? Even go with investigation. Like you're trying to investigate, or you're just trying to I guess we can go with investigation.
Cool.
You know,
That's good. I want everybody to know that even though I'm not rolling with any proficiencies, this is the same as it would be. Oh my God. It's a nat 1.
Oh, you got me so excited. I thought that you were getting a core memory out of it.
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
Do I get an anti-core memory? No,
Permanent minus
nat
1.
Permanent minus 1.
So, so for investigation from here on out,
Yeah.
I'll just say -1 against investigation checks. I won't give you an intelligence negative or anything,
All
but
right. I'm going to
but yeah,
customize my feet.
if it would have been anything other than that, if you want to mark core memory of Lavender Lightning.
What is the core? I was saying, what is the core memory in this situation that makes investigation?
So I would say that
better?
you were just in awe. The way, I mean, you do notice she lands and she hits, and like I would say, you can tell that she's like acting. You know that acting is happening because you know what's going on. Like the way that she landed and rolled into it, and the way she's kind of slow to get up and things like that. You're in awe of it. You're not understanding it, but you're just like, wow, this is amazing. Like you're the most amazing thing that I've ever seen, and I'm up close to it, and this is what I want to be. Like that, those emotions are overtaking you. So all the information you're trying to get just isn't clicking because of the excitement.
That's super fair. I want everybody to know that when I took a -1 on this, my passive investigation went down from 10 to 9 also.
No!
Yikes.
And yeah, and obviously, and Herbert is trying to like lean forward, I imagine, and trying to see it as well.
This is not acting. To Herbie, this is real. So Herbie's screaming at her, get up, you're okay. It'll be okay. You're the best wrestler to ever exist, ever. Get up.
I want to give Herbie a hug already. I don't even know you.
Let me see. Man. You know what, Herbie? I haven't rolled anything. I know it's not a performance because it's real for you, but go ahead and just roll a performance for me.
Sure. All right, you're going to see a tray with paper on it, but I don't know if you can see my white D20 there.
Wow.
Can you see it?
Okay. Hey,
can't make this shit up.
So, and this was more gauged what happens next or anything, but you will get, I said performance, yeah, +1 to performance.
Wow.
Core memory. You're so
I never
excited.
rolled 20s, so this is pretty cool.
So on the other side, like you're seeing it, like you're engaged. You're like excited, but you're also absorbing it, especially when she stands up and smiles and puts her hand out to you and meets you halfway for a high five. She takes the time and kind of gives you the pat on the shoulder and then slides back into the ring, ready to go, and then lands, kind of comes off the rope and gets a flying lariat towards back to gets payback against the stunning Shoel and knocks him back down hard. And then you see her, she jumps up on the rope, gives you a wink, and then does the moonsault and lands right on him to try to go for a pin. Unfortunately,
Miguel, you hear Herbie pull his hand back and go, I'm never washing this hand again.
Miguel stops for a second because he's very distracted right now, like is not very present, and thinks like, that's probably not a good idea, but looks and sees you're so excited and says, that's a great idea.
She does not get the 3 count, though, just to let you know. Sorry. I know you're excited.
No.
I don't mean to take the excitement away from you.
Where's the announcer or promoter guy who was on stage earlier?
So he's kind of right up in the front. He's with the leaders of the city. They kind of have like a table that's in front of them, kind of at the very forefront of their platform. So if you're kind of where you just try to like pick the guard, for instance, like the stairs lead up to that, and then there's like 3 or 4 people, their table, 3 or 4 more nobles on the other side. So there's stairs that go up, stairs that go down the backside, guards at each point, obviously, kind of just littered with guards. Pretty much the only place that there are multiple guards is on this dais, where everything else just kind of has, 1 or 2 at entrances and things like that.
All right, I'm going to go to the promoter.
All right. So when you walk up the stairs, the guard, like you're trying to like walk up the stairs to go like where they are, or just kind of like walk in front of them and kind of like where their platform is? Because I will say, how tall are you again?
Let's see, this is 10 years ago. I was probably maybe 5'10".
Okay, yeah. So I mean, it's about like a 6 foot. So you wouldn't really it would be above your eye level at this point, like kind of where they're standing. So it'd be kind of at about 6 foot mark is kind of where the soles of their feet would be on the platform if you were kind of like standing, forehead to wood with it.
I'm trying to talk to him is the goal.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you want to try walking up the stairs, like and going up into their area. So the guard will kind of step up and be like, do you have permission and credentials to be here?
No, but I need to talk to that guy.
Could you be more specific?
I have a question to ask that guy.
But there's like 20 guys over there. Like, there's a lot of. Which guy are we talking about?
The one in charge of this.
You want to talk?
Talking.
You're trying to tell me that here in the middle of this, you have a meeting with Prince McLady, the owner of the FWW. That's what you're trying to tell me?
I don't have a meeting, but I do need to talk to him.
All right. I will tell you, it's going to take a little convincing to get in these stairs. I'm not saying like that there's not other opportunities in the future, but to get through the stairs into the guard, it's going to take convincing in one way or another.
Is that you or the guard telling me that?
No, sorry, that was out. I'm letting you know as GM to player at that point.
Okay. Can I push this guy out of the way? Like push him down the stairs?
I mean, yeah, if you want to try, there's other. So I mean, like I say, each stair has a guard at each post of the stairs, and then further up. So there are going to be more than one. But I mean, if you want to try shoving and pushing to get where you're going, I mean, I'm not going to stop you from trying. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, whatever approach. You want to put hands on, intimidation, persuasion, performance by, I don't know, throwing things at people? I'm good with whatever.
All right. That's a 10.
A 10? And you were just trying to push?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of push, and he realized that he is a little bit more sturdy than you thought. And he's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, this is like the wrestling's over there. Like, why are you trying to wrestle me? I'm like, what is happening? Like, what's going on? And you know what? Whatever you want to do. I'm listening if you want. I'm going to roll something. It's not initiative. Don't worry.
I just need to ask him a question. Just let me ask him a question, and then everything, and then it'll all be over.
All right, so I will say, like, he goes to kind of like move towards you like aggressively now. Like, okay, like I told you, that's not going to happen. You're getting pushy. And he goes a step forward, and then there is a delicate hand that's on his shoulder. And then she goes, "No, it's all right." You hear, "No, it's all right. I would like to talk to this one." And when you look past her, it's not Prince, but it is his daughter, Sophie.
Hello.
Well, hello. I, for one, am always interested in gumption, and anyone willing to push around guards must have something important to talk about.
Yeah. So you're not the one that was talking. Are you in charge?
I like to think so. I mean, I do make most of the decisions behind the scenes, whether my father wants to agree to that or step out of the way or not. Unless you're talking about the bird, then that's a whole nother conversation.
I don't care about the bird. Is there money in this?
In wrestling, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. If you're, gosh, I can't even. You would live in a different lifestyle in a state if you were in a certain point, but the people in the ring right now, outside of the one that wins tonight, I mean, they'd at least be able to put food on the table and have a family, I suppose, as people want to do.
So they won't go hungry?
Oh no, we couldn't have that. We need beef and movement in the ring. We don't need shambling corpses. Although there are a few rings that allow that.
I want to do this because I'm hungry and I want to stop being hungry.
Hunger.
But I have noticed the bit of, I won't say it's a commotion, but like the disgruntledness because it's towards the platform where the nobles are, and I'm still kind of like.
Yeah, if you just kind of if you kind of stood and kind of hid there and kind of tucked away like from the stairs, like if you're still right there, this would be happening kind of still right next to you.
I would want to get close enough to see if I can hear what's being said.
Okay. And if you want to stealth it out at that point, if you don't want anybody to see you. Yeah. I'm down with that.
That's a good old now one.
No!
If I may once again, welcome to the club. We're going to start with the worst stats, except for Herbie. Herbie's going to have the best.
I don't even know how to take one stealth away from you. So yeah, that'll
Good,
be
my stats to go into this were bad, so anything I can get right now is great.
We got time. We can make it up. I don't know.
Yeah, so -1 to stealth checks, but we can overcome that. You're fine. But yeah, so I mean, you can. Yeah, so you can. I mean, if you want to roll for like perception or depending on how you're trying to do it, like that's fine. If you also want to know a little bit more information, but I mean, you're going to be seen trying to hear at this point if you want. So you can just walk up and stroll up if you want. If you're still trying to just like listen without making it obvious, I will give you that option too. As far as
I'm really just trying to listen, and if I know those people, seeing someone's daughter of nobility that I know like interacting, like that would pique my interest because I'm kind of in a similar position, except she's moving like she can do what she wants, and my situation is totally opposite of that. So I'm curious because there looks like a scuffle is about to happen, and once again, public violence. I'm here for it. But at the same time, I'm seeing someone of maybe not the exact same stature, but like of similar background handle a situation. And I'm curious about how it's being handled because now it's like, maybe there's more that I can do for myself than just what everybody tells me to do. So
yeah, I would say like if you're trying to get in there and listen, like when you do, like you kind of like lean in and like a part of the stage, like accidentally like tear the banner down off like it's hooked. So like the guard looks back and I was like, what the hell is going on in this corner? And then just sees you and you're like, or however you want to play it off.
If he sees me, I would have been like, you should have fixed that better. I would go straight noble and be like, why is it loose?
The guy's like, I just stand here. Why do people keep doing this? And like he turned back towards like he doesn't give a shit about the banner, right? Like he's just like, all right, whatever. And then turns back to like making sure that this Goliath doesn't keep stepping up the stairs because yes, the leader of this company engaged, but if she even gets a hand through there, like his career is over type of thing. So he's like focused on that. But yeah, you would be able to like you're close enough and you'd be able to just listen in normally if you want. So you want to do this? You're hungry. Okay. Well, hunger I can deal with. So why don't you just come to the tryouts?
When are the tryouts?
Tomorrow morning. I mean, they're a little bit closer to the docks, but they're in the lower part of the city, and I will not be there, but I mean, I'm sure there's sign and postage and plenty of people that can get you there, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of people trying to get there.
Okay, I'll sleep there tonight so that I'm the first.
All right. Well, you know what? If you're successful, and only if you're successful, because I'll know otherwise, and she reaches into her pocket and hands you a card. If they say that you're good enough for them, then you hand them this card. Is that clear?
What's on the card?
It's her information. It's basically just like her business card at that point. Yeah, and that's really all it is. It's just kind of her name, title, and the position. Like you see, it says
yes,
creative director, VP of FWW, Sophie McLady, and all that, and the big filigree of FWW and all that in the side. It's very, over the top. Like it almost annoys you to even have this paper in your hand, knowing what it costs and how much bread you could have eaten with just that card alone, type of thing. Like you feel like you could scrape the gold out of the card.
I'll just nod.
Yeah. And then she'll nod and then kind of do like this to the guards, and then she'll walk back, back on her way, because she was kind of come up from the other side and she's walking back over to the table. And the guard's like, "Are you done? Like, I would like to eat as well sometime, and I would like to not lose my job if that's cool."
She's gonna stare at this guard, and then slowly go down the stairs.
As you leave, Taylor, you would hear, "Oh, thank you, gods. I don't need to deal with this today."
I would probably say like out loud, forgetting that I'm in a public space, and be like, maybe ensure the banner is fixed right. I don't know, but I'm like not paying attention to him. I'm just like cracking a joke to myself. But he would absolutely hear that from me.
Yeah, he just kind of like shakes it off, but you do hear like the guard next to him start to giggle and laugh like himself, trying to like keep it professional, but definitely mock. Like this guy gets shit all the time from either his own other watch people or from the watch, his other people in the watch, or just from anybody he's supposed to guard. Clearly not a lot of respect towards guard A or B apparently.
I would absolutely toss a silver coin to the one who laughed, and then I would try to disappear back into the crowd and get a better look at what's happening on stage.
You tell me you want to roll a stealth again?
No,
you're trying to redeem yourself.
I'm just gonna move. I mean,
maybe you could cancel it out. If you get a nat 20, that goes back up to where you started.
I mean, if this is table camaraderie pressure, I'll roll it. But if I get another nat 1, you get the negative.
Ooh,
I'll take that. You know what? I will take that. I will take a -1 to stealth, and I will role play how that makes sense.
Can I contest this stealth with my own perception?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, you want to. At this point, it's just a roll for roll. In that case,
12.
Hey.
Oh, excuse me.
It
11.
hit another die.
11, right? Because of the negative.
4.
Let me math right first. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean,
I got
it's
4.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, depending on what Amelia got, it would have been contestable as far as that perception goes. For you, like you toss the coin, like the guard's like, oh, what the hell is that? And like sees that it's silver, so then is focused on that. So you slip away pretty easy. The other guard's, just trying to like maintain his job, so he doesn't want to look around other than what he's doing and guarding the stairs at this point and hoping nobody else walks up to them.
Is it okay if I also rolled perception to see if I notice this person sneaking through the crowd just because I'm so tall compared to everybody else?
Yeah, I mean, you're all kind of moved over that.
I rolled a 19 on what I hoped you'd say yes to there. So does that mean that I see this person sneaking through the crowd?
Yeah, you absolutely.
So what do I see as you're sneaking through the crowd?
I would say that you would just see my arm flew out with something, maybe not like you caught the tail end of me tossing the coin and like turning. And I'm trying to get away from the VIP platform, if you will. So you'll see me like pull my hood up a little bit more to, make sure that if anyone has a view towards that way, like they wouldn't be able to see my face. And then I would just kind of still like maneuver my way around towards the back end, but just trying to find another spot that I can see the match without being front and center. I don't mind it. I'm just not trying to be like, it's obvious to you that I don't want to be seen by certain people.
But so I'm gonna look up at Herbie and be like, Herbie, do you mind if I move us somewhere you're still gonna be able to see? Okay.
Yeah, I think she got kicked out of the ring, and I don't think that she's coming out for a minute. She probably has to go see the clerics or something.
That's probably right. You're really smart, Herbie. You should do something with that. And it's just going to move through the crowd and position himself to use his gigantic body to block people from being able to see you from the direction you came in. And without looking over, he's going to be like, what's up?
I'll probably pause for 2 seconds. And
Herbie, while in that pause, goes, yes, up.
I'll kind of like look, and I'll look up, because to me, this is basically like two kids sitting on top of each other with a trench coat thing. Like that's what's going through my mind right now. Like this is a very unusual pairing. And you guys will see that my hood's pulled up, but you'll see like a sliver of like white silver hair kind of peek out a little bit, and like these gold yellow eyes kind of look up. And I'll be like, we're outside, right? This is an outside arena?
Yes. Yeah, the wide is like a full open market where they just do tents and stuff.
I would be like, well, you and the sky. And then I would just keep going.
You're going to hear a big behind you, appreciating that. And to Herbie, I'm going to be like, it's funny. I got jokes. Should do something with that.
He had very nice hair.
Yeah, that hair was really cool. My hair's really stringy.
A little hand wave, like as I'm walking up, like just keep moving, because I'm like, don't draw attention to yourself. That's a lot of attention right there, but also interesting.
So I know that I failed the contested perception earlier, but with all this activity, could I go after the noble girl?
Yeah, I will say, yeah. I just poked myself in the eye. Sorry. I will say that because there's commotion and somebody, well, I'm going to look like I'm the wrestling. I'm getting too into this, doing the match calling. With the commotion now, because someone perceived, or like obviously Herbie made that commotion, like you would be able to see them. If you want to get around and then roll a perception, like to know what kind of direction they went around. Before I forget, though, I will say, Danny, I will give at a 19 +1 to perception when searching through crowds.
Okay, I appreciate that. I gotta figure out how to note it here, but thank you. I'll take that.
Yeah, I know. As far as noting that separately and keeping it, and I probably will forget, but
Yeah, no worries.
So if I can reach her, I'm just gonna tap her on the shoulder.
Yeah, I don't know. You didn't say you were like running. I know you were like walking away, but I don't know if you were like, I'm getting the hell out of here because this is getting too feisty.
Just moving away to like get a better visual on the match because I like Lavender. I was locked on because I'm seeing someone with a smaller frame do some interesting things, and so that's piqued my interest. But I'm not necessarily not on guard either because again, there are people here that can point me out, and I'm not supposed to be here. So if I feel a tap on the shoulder, like you would kind of see like a big, like very like millisecond flinch of like, what do I need to do something? And like, I'm about to reach for something. But once I look up and see that it's you, who I actually went to go listen in on, I would still keep my hood down, but I would turn to face you like halfway. So you could at least see the side of my face. And again, you would see like sliver of like white silver hair, golden eyes. But you would notice that my skin is kind of a similar gray tone, but there's just this almost off warmth to my skin tone as well. But I'll be like, I won't say anything. I'll just be like, can I help you? What's up?
Can I have one?
And I'll just pull out a coin and just hand it to you.
Thank you. I need to eat tonight. This could probably feed me tomorrow too. And I'll put it in my pocket. And then I'll just stand there, just go back to watching the match now that I know I have food. It should be pretty clear. Ilya came here because she was certain that there would be loose coin around, and then she'd be able to buy food. That's why she's here.
I would pique my interest because I heard the exchange, and so I'm probably like above table. I'm probably gonna follow her.
Well, I'm gonna just stand with you and watch. That's what I said. It's like I take the coin and I just turn to watch the rest of the show. Now that I know I'll have food.
In her noble mind, she's like, I'll allow it. Because at first she was like, I should probably continue to move around. I should probably, but then it's like, after that exchange, I'll stay.
How quiet was that conversation? Because your boy Miguel here has a +1 to perception through crowds, and I'm wondering if I know that you're hungry. Is really what I'm getting at here.
I will say we're almost as big as each other right now, so I'm probably not hard to spot. But I don't know if that'd be up to the GM if you overheard us. I wasn't trying to be quiet, but also it was very quick.
I would say because of what's also going on, and they stepped back a little bit, I'd have you roll for perception again on it. Because also what's going on in the ring. So there's just another big pop. You see, or hear, or see the commotion going on. The stunning Shoel is down on the mat, and Mr. Macho is going to the top. He's flying off to drop an elbow, and out of nowhere, like lightning, you see Lavender Lightning jump off from her side and take a boot to the face and catch Mr. Macho midair and send him flying to the ropes and then rolling out of it. She kind of drapes on it again on your guys' side, kind of smiling, know that she succeeded. And then as she kind of steps back, she does get in kind of the schoolboy roll up. Stunning Shoel does kind of reach through and cradles her with a sneak pin and tries to put her down. And gets a 2 count before she kicks out. So if you want to roll for perception with everything going on, because they did kind of step further away, and you obviously still have the I will still give you the +1 in this situation, or whatever your passive is. You want to, yeah.
Well, that's a good question. Because does my passive affect the through crowds thing? Like, do I get the +1 to passive?
I will put it on there too.
So passive would be 11. Do you want me to roll?
Given that it wasn't like you described, it wasn't really hiding it because she is, desperate, just looking for food at that point and not hiding it. I would say that you kind of spot that they're like that. Like Taylor Church, sorry, I forgot the name at the current standpoint, was getting away and they got the tap on the shoulder. Like you were not disengaged so much that you wouldn't easily see that.
Okay,
whether Herbie's trying to turn and go the opposite direction, I can't speak to that from everything's going on. So
Herbie, you're looking away from these folks. What are you doing?
Herbie's not tearing his eyes from the ring. He'll allow himself to be turned, but like a bird being moved is.
Yeah.
My head cannon is Herbie's like slowly climbing to the top of his head to like look over, like better to.
I think Miguel
Got hands in your face, just
super fine. Miguel's comfortable with this, actually. Like, seems to be used to it. And Miguel reaches into just a pocket in his sort of tattered clothing, and turning back over to you, says, "Here," and pulls out some pocket jerky and offers it over to you.
That always sounds good.
She'll take it, scarfs it down immediately, no questions.
Oh, my mom packed me snacks too. Are you hungry? I have apple slices.
Apple slices sound delicious. You want some apple slices?
Yes.
Okay. I think we just
without
pass out
taking
apple
his eyes
slices.
off. He's just like holding out, like, here you go.
There's just like a jerky and apple crunched up smile on this 16-year-old who just whatever sense of decorum and like manners that they were taught when they were younger, they have completely forgotten right now because they're just like, oh God, I'm so hungry.
And kind of absently, Herbie feeds Miguel an apple slice and like starts munching on one.
And I'm just like, that's good. Looks back over at you who are quiet in the corner there next to him, and is like, do you want apples too?
And I've been smirking the entire time of hearing this exchange because part of it is just like it's so wholesome, but at the same time, like I'm just like, I wish I didn't have to hide myself to enjoy this. So I will look over and be like, nah, I think you guys should enjoy it.
All right, if you change your mind, I mean, I'm into offer your snacks, Herbie, but I got jerky. I got more jerky if you want that.
Well, how about this? And I'm going to toss you a silver coin. I said, your next drink is on me.
Snatch it up real quick and say, that's mighty generous of you. You're an interesting new friend. And I put it in Herbie's pocket.
Herbie doesn't notice.
I will say, it's too wholesome. This is violence and wholesomeness at the same time is wonderful. So I have to say, yeah, same thing. There's just a lot of commotion. It's back and forth. Lavender
Are
gets
Roderick
the
and
upper
Rain
hand.
nearby?
I was just saying, Roderick is, just up front with Lift Lug, just 100% engrossed. Like, he is literally not paying attention to anybody. Like he's got his
Because
kind
if
of
they're
barricaded Lift
nearby,
Lug.
Herbie is emptying out all his pockets. He's like,
I got carrots too. And probably a box of raisins, but they're my favorite, so I might keep those for myself.
You should keep the raisins, Herbie. It's nice of you to be honest about that, though. Carrots. Y'all want carrots?
and he's just holding out little sacks that have been tied up lovingly with a ribbon. And just passing them around to whoever is nearby.
Yeah, I got snacks.
Yeah, other
who's
people in the crowd
hungry?
will engage and start taking it, and stunning Shoel like gets to the barricade. He's out of the ring and knocked, and they're like some guy throws a carrot at the back of his head. Another one, they are eating them. They're just kind of going all over the place.
Oh, my mom says not to throw food.
It's lost in the crowd, Herbie. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Is
One
Rain
second.
nearby? Can I pass her?
Yeah, I was just saying.
Her a carrot?
Going back to
Where's
Rain. Yeah, going back to Rain. Sorry, kind of cut through everything.
I moved away. I'm in another province. I've changed my name. I'm in
Totally out of
witness
it.
protection.
Made a new character.
Number 2. Junior.
So with that, like, do you fully approach the robed figure?
Absolutely, I do.
Because I will say, it is an inviting presence. It's not like you're getting the vibe that they're, much like some other people in the crowd are. They're covering just for their own to not be seen, just for their own privacy. As you approach, you do, if you want to investigate or do a perception check to really see if you notice anything, you can roll for it. Otherwise, they are kind of cowled, like they're purposely are hiding themselves.
Sorry, which one was perception again? Was it intelligence?
Well, we're not
Perception's-
using the.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just a straight roll.
No
anyway, so.
modifiers because we're kids.
never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
See, I was gone so long, I forgot how to play. I got a 1.
Oh my
Oh
god!
Welcome to the club. We all get a 1. Yeah.
And you get a 1.
Well, you've had both.
Well, I have a +1. I have a +1 to perception, but since it's a 1, I don't get a +1.
Now you have regular perception again.
Yay!
Yay!
It's still a 1.
So yeah, with that, like you don't notice anything distinguishable. Like you think you kind of catch a hint of skin, but it's also like it's almost shrouded in darkness. But it's almost an inviting darkness. Like it's almost like it feels like the darkness that you want when you're ready to rest your eyes and go to sleep. Like it's protection from an overbearing sunlight. And I mean, you hear the voice. It's very soft, but once again, also welcoming. Well, child, I wasn't sure that you would pull yourself away from all of the commotion in your brother.
I don't like commotion or my brother. That's a lie. But it's true.
Yes, well, like and love are different things, child. No one's going to judge you for that. So, are you enjoying the festivities at least, or is that part true as well?
I enjoy that my brother enjoys it.
I take you
We
as
haven't
more.
had.
I take you as more of a person that enjoys the opportunity over the event. Am I wrong?
No, that's true. It's nice to have opportunities.
On that we agree. What would you say to open opportunity?
I would say, what do you want from me first?
The only thing I want is what you're already going to do, child. Inspire greatness, inspire commotion, inspire energy. And guide your brother towards his dream.
So this is not about me, it's about my brother.
Oh, no, child. It's about both of you. But you were more open to opportunity.
I won't deny that. He's an idiot.
Well, he has his own talents, much like you do, but I, and those in who I work for, and you notice, like, you could note easily, even as a kid, kind of notice the hesitation. Like, this is an adult trying to speak to a kid and pick their words. And who I work for could use opportunity and commotion. And the dreams that your brother has, and the ones that inspire the festivities that go on even here today, and can change the motion of an entire city, can actually change the motion of much more than that. So, would you take the opportunity for more when the only ask is that you do as you're already going to do? Inspire your brother, watch your brother, and ensure certain amounts of success, whatever that means, as long as it behooves you.
Would this help with the suffering of the children in our orphanage and in other places? Would we be able to help people like us?
And with that, and you notice it's a feminine hand that reaches out, and now you immediately notice, without even perception, that it is when the hand comes out, the skin it's almost kind of hard to separate the darkness of the hand from the shadow at first. It's like a midnight pigment. And she kind of reaches out for you, like hesitates before she kind of brushes your cheek, like to say if it's, okay. And then if you don't like back away, she does it. This is my child. What we aim to do will end the suffering of more children than you could ever imagine.
Will my brother suffer if I fail?
No, his suffering will remain his own choice when the time comes.
I'm sorry, all I'm thinking is he chooses suffering.
Yeah. And she says it like that. Like it's not it's a...
So, if what you are offering me helps heal suffering and keeps my brother safe, then why wouldn't I want that?
Well, that's why the choice is still yours. What I think you would want or not want is not important so much as the choice is when it's made.
I've made it. I want to help others, and I want to keep my brother safe.
Well, this pleases me as it will very many. And she reaches back into the robe and then pulls out this midnight book. I'm going to tell you, you're not going to recognize like the symbol on it or anything like that, but it is a dark book. If you do, do you immediately try to like open it up?
Sure.
So you open it up, like all the pages seem blank. Like they just seem like you open up to a blank book and you're like, what am I supposed to write in this myself, whatever. But yeah, it's absolutely blank.
Okay. What am I supposed to do with this?
When the time or times come, it will reveal itself to you as you need it. And eventually, as you want it.
Okay. Can I read? Or is this magic? I'm asking.
Yeah, no, like
am I an educated ragamuffin or?
Yeah, no, that was an important part of the process. Like Lakin, Roderick especially was like, no, I need to be able to know what these things say. Like it came from like wrestling pamphlets even and stuff like that, learning names and different things and names of moves and all of that. But yeah, you can read. There's literally just no words. Like there's nothing.
Okay,
There's
awesome.
nothing.
I am illiterate.
Yeah, if there were words or symbols, you would be able to recognize that there are words or symbols. But yeah.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. As a homeless, orphaned child, I am still educated, somewhat.
Absolutely. Enough to enough you could see that there's no words there anyway, but also like if you could work your way through, if it was like in common, for example, you could kind of slowly
All right.
And as you look back up from the book, there's no one there.
Okay. So, am I heading back or?
If you want to, that's up to you.
Then you get stuck in the face with a carrot.
Just carrots flying everywhere. So Rain is going back and she's weaving her way through the crowd and there's carrot pieces everywhere on the ground. What a waste of food. And she makes her way back to where her brother is. He's excited and jumping up and trying to climb over the barricade.
He's going nuts, yeah.
Like
at this point, Liflug's like got a hand on his shoulder just to make sure that he doesn't actually jump over the barricade and like keep him from vibrating out of existence.
So she grabs him and she yanks really hard to get his attention.
Hey, what are you doing? And he notices, oh, Rain, what? Are you? Hasn't it been awesome? Like he doesn't even know that you were gone. Like he's just like you.
So, I have a question.
What? Like now?
Yes.
Okay. What? Like what? He kind of comes down. Like what? Like what?
What is it that you want to do?
What do you mean? Like this is us, Rain. Like you see that
No. She reaches over, she takes his face in her hands. What is it that you want to do?
I want to prove that it's better than him, that this is for the people, not for his table. I don't want what the Prince has. I want it to be better. I want everyone here to have a part of it. And I want, the next generation to just enjoy and love the show. And like that guy, that one on the shoulders, he's having a great time. It's ecstatic. That's what it's all about. I want to give that to people, and I want to give them the opportunity. I want to prove that, you know what? I want to prove that Valiant World Wrestling is where people should go and watch.
Okay. All right.
And maybe hear the crowd cheer my name once or twice.
Of course. So you see her, she just kind of she looks like she's made this decision in her mind. And in front of you, for a moment, she just becomes more real. Like she has more substance than she used to. And she just kind of nods her head and she goes, okay, that's what we'll do. Have a carrot.
He would look at the carrot and look at you and like he would have a moment of recognition. Like he sees it. Like he was like, "What is up with you?" Like he doesn't say it, but he's like, "All right," and he eats the carrot and then turns back to the match.
Oh, by the way, I found that on the floor. So kudos.
And he's like, and then picks a piece of hair out of his mouth and he's like, and then you hear Lifla going, and that kind of slaps him on the back, which almost sends him over the rail, but it pulls him back in. I will say I'll kind of finish up just to give everybody a heads up. If anybody wants to get anything in childhood mode, I'll kind of finish the match. Let us go on a break because we're about that time. But if not, if everybody kind of turns back to the match, you see that give and take. Like Mr. Macho is, bloody. One over one eye and the other. The stunning Shoel actually looks like his nose might have got broken for real. Like he's not as stunning as normal. Lavender looks like she's, kind of limping. Mr. Macho goes for a kind of slings her to the ropes to kind of go for a lariat as well. She slides underneath it and actually kind of picks his leg and puts him into an ankle lock. Sholo is kind of still out of the ring and he's kind of struggling for it. He actually kind of rolls forward and takes her momentum off, kicks her, kind of catches her in the gut and pushes her off. And then he kind of rolls out of the ring and kind of collapses to the floor. As she goes after him, that's when stunning Shoel slides into the ring. She whips her around, catches her in the stomach, and hits her with the stunning moment. And she seems to flop back and just collapse to the mat. He turns over and cradles, picks up one leg and lays his back on her and kind of lays back on top. And the ref hits 1, 2, 3.
That's what
Go ahead, Amelia.
May I do something?
Yeah, sure. You want? What you got?
Is there anything that would stop me from getting into the ring? Like, because you know how in matches you can sort of run in if you can get,
I would say
how it is.
Yeah, I would say before the finish, yeah, like the guards would be on it and they're kind of watching. But as soon as the finish happens, like the crowd is just nuts, bonkers. Like everybody's booing, like they're, pissed off of this because, the crowd favorites didn't win. He kind of stunning kind of presents himself as it, but is obviously a pompous ass. And so the cards are kind of get knocking around like, oh shit, like they're off balance. So I will say, if you really want to go for it, and like it would be after the pin, but that would be an opportunity for you to get in.
I don't have a cool catchphrase for this yet, but I run down, just seeing red, lunge, like jump over the barricade and lunge and tackle the guy. as for the first. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was
Were
going
you
to say stunning, like the one that won. That's who you tackle.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to go into the ring like a fully?
Yes.
Okay.
Because for the first time, because you and I discussed this, I think, like way early into creating this character.
Mm-hmm.
Ilya is going to rage for the first time in her life.
All right.
La la la.
If you want to roll for the strength, I'll let you. But I'll also let you go into like with the rage mode. Like I'd be like in the way that he's off guard. Like I'll let you. So if you want to go like a little bit extra and roll for it to see where it goes, I'm not going to count like a failure against you in this case, just because the motion and the distraction. But if you want to roll for it, I'll give it to you.
Okay. And I've never played a barbarian before. Is that +2 or is it advantage? I can't remember if it's one or the other.
I don't know. New rules. It used to be advantage.
Yeah, actually, shit. Yeah, which is it? Oh, this is awkward.
I should have read up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this happens to me all the time. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, advantage. Yeah, still advantage on strength checks and saves. Yeah, and resistance to physical. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Advantage.
I had to like remember like what edition are we playing? Yeah, no, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 13.
13? Okay. So yeah, not like a permanent bonus or anything, but like he goes to look for he's looking for the ref, like, hey, raise my damn hand. Like, this is my moment, guy. And like Lavender's kind of rolling out of starts to roll out of the ring, and then you just lay into him, shoulder down, like midsection, he like caves in and hits the mat. Like if you want to throw punches or whatever, like rapid fire, whatever you're.
How tall is he?
He's about 6'1".
Cool. I'm pretty close to that. I am lifting him up and just slamming him down over and over until they stop me, because I am in a blind rage. One, because everybody liked her, and the people who were just nice to me, who gave me food, wanted her to win, and she didn't, and they were hurt by it. And also because the lady said, if I can prove to be as good as them, then I can do this and I won't be hungry anymore. So I have every motivation to beat this guy senseless until someone tells me to stop.
Yeah, and you do. Like you lay into
grin on my face right now in seeing like real violence, and that I couldn't even clock that she was even about to move, and that it was literally the person that just stood next to me, and I'm kind of like this now, like.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you connect with him, and he's just getting throttled, like way off guard. He's like, what in the hell? And like you get him, hit him one, twice, and then even Lavender's on you, like, yo, what are you doing? Like, hey, what are you doing? And the ref gets on you, and it's like pulling you off, and like the guards kind of pull in, and they, eventually they do pull you off. Relatively easy. You're in rage mode, and you're swinging, but you were focused on him, and they kind of get you out, and they're like lifting you up, like one person, each arm in the air, each leg in the air, and kind of like, so watching you thrash and carrying you out. The crowd and loving it. I'll be honest with the crowd's like, hell yeah, do it again. Like, who is that?
Yeah, Herbie got stunned into silence. Go ahead.
I think Miguel under Herbie, I don't know if this will affect your sides, starts chanting, yeah, hit him, hit him, hit him,
Yeah.
hit him.
Yeah, exactly. So as soon as Ilya grabs this guy and starts slamming him, Herbie's like, yeah! And goes, head up! He's screaming.
And I'll be honest, Roderick's doing the same. Like, it's all like, hell yeah, what is this? Who is that? Like, he's excited too. He's like, I've never seen this person before. Like, so the crowd fully thinks that somebody got hired to do a run in, and like it's a big moment, like the championships. I think it's a new feud. Like, everybody's going nuts for it, and everybody's freaking out. Eventually, after they kind of pull you off, and the crowd kind of dies down a little bit, they play into it. Like, Sulk Brogan comes down, and Prince and Sophie. I will say, like, as you're struggling, I'll give you the moment you glimpse, And if you think you would have the wherewithal to look towards the tables up there in it.
I think once I stop screaming, because I've been screaming like, she fed me into
like you would, yeah, she would be
screaming.
I mean, you know when people like standing still, but they're like, you can tell they're trying to get your attention type of thing. Like she would be giving you the, as you go, like the approval of like, that's the shit you need to do, no matter how it turns out for you. And he goes in, and the crowd goes wild because Sulk's in there and handing him this new title, and Stunning is just doing the whole parade of himself, walking around the ring. The crowd does kind of stop the boo and picking up just the heat of the moment, and everybody's excited. And that is the inaugural event for the Sword Coast Championship, which may or may not be pretty cool in the future for somebody. Who knows? I don't know. It's a pretty cool title. And with that, I will say, if anybody wants to make any last minute one more rolls before we go on a little bit of a break to kind of finish out on the comeback, I will allow some random shit.
I want to figure out where they took her so I can figure out what's happening. Because again, I heard the context of the conversation. So part of my intrigue is like, oh, you bout that life, immediately. Okay. I was going to follow you regardless, but now I really
you don't just talk the life, you walk. I got you. Yeah.
So I'm like, but also like, there's a bit of the rawness of the rage that's like, it's just the excitement of like, I'm so used to poise and discipline and being quiet. And I just watched two women go absolutely crazy on dudes, and I'm here for it. And one of them's like small, like me. So I'm really trying to figure out what's happening, because I also just have this gut instinct to now protect her of like, okay, I know how nobles get. I know they get real weird. So like, let me also just be in the vicinity if something strange happens or if they try to take advantage of her, now that I had an interaction where it's like, oh, okay, this is very, very straightforward logic for you, and it's innocent, but it's also going to get you in trouble. So like, you need somebody to look after you. So I'm stealthily, I am going to try to be smooth about it despite my shortcoming. But somebody got to save the girl. We don't know what's going to happen to her. That's a 6. That's now a 5.
So I mean, I will say, yeah, obviously no bonus on it, but you can go about and like it's the crowd is pushing them. They're like just trying to get her out of the area and out of the way. Honestly, as you kind of follow along, and if anybody else wants to do it as well, it is pretty obvious no matter what you roll. But I will give the chance if anybody else wants to roll anything first before I continue the final description before the break. Cool. If not, yeah, you just follow her and you see they stand her on like the other, like they put her down on her feet on the outside of the crowd, and they kind of back up like, oh, are you good? Like, you just need to get the hell out of here. Go do what you're going to do. Like, that wasn't part of the program. You didn't tell us that was part of the program. We weren't informed you're supposed to do that. Like, clearly you need to like carry on with your day, or we are going to put you, shackle you up. So whether you
I'm going to say that
or
if
not,
I'm hearing them say this to her, I'm going to step in and I'm going to be like, you clearly don't know talent when you see it. Obviously, you're not supposed to know about it. Hello? Come on, let's go. And I'm just going to like pull her and just like, let's go.
I am like glaring and almost like growling, maybe even starting to like foam at the mouth a little bit. But when I see her pull me, I let it happen. And that's when I start to calm down. Like, that's when the rage dissipates, because this is someone who gave me money so I could eat. So it's someone I notice and go, friend.
So I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they will. Like, if you intercede and like you do back off, like they're just gonna be like, oh, we need to get back to our posts. Like, they're gonna start walking out and wrapping up, and people are like, the important people of the city and the organization are gonna start like walking to where they need to go and all that jazz. The music starts playing and all that as people make their way back. So there's a lot of commotion. Easily to get swept.
As things start dying down, Herbie taps Miguel and says,
my mom says that I have to be home for supper. So thank you very much, mister, for letting me see.
You want to ride?
I mean, do you...
I don't have anywhere to be.
Can we just walk together? I feel bad to make you carry me the whole way.
I mean, I don't even feel it, but if you prefer to walk, yeah, no, I can. Do you want me to let you down?
Yeah. If you don't mind.
Put you right down real, like, gentle, though.
Now that you can see him look down on him, this is clearly 2 socks that he's wrapped with wire to make the 2 horns. His little flag is just like a piece of a napkin that he's tied to a stick.
I look at that and I say, you seem like you're real crafty. You should do something with that. And internally, I'm clocking like, that's cool. He used socks. Never thought about using socks like that. Wonder what I could use socks for.
I wonder.
The duo we didn't know we needed has arrived.
And he holds up his little hand and says, "Come on, I'll show you the way. Maybe you could stay over for dinner. I'll ask my mom."
That's really nice. It's okay if I can't, but I'm happy to walk with you. And I grab your hand and we can go. Yeah.
Wait. But since the height difference, is it more like you're just hanging from
No, I'm actually leaning down. I'm leaning down so that, I'm not going to make him like air walk, on the way over. I can hunch. Yeah.
So with that, the crowd does start to dissipate after they all go to the back. And I'm sure there may be no adorable scenes that adorable are happening in the crowd, but everybody's excited and everybody's having a good time. And Roderick is still kind of like glued to the barricade until he finally, like, Liftslug's like, "Hey, come on." And he turns to you and just looks you dead in the eye with pure seriousness and excitement and says, "Oh, we can do better." And that's where we're going to take a quick 5-minute break and maybe age a little bit after we come back. So
we're always aging.
We just don't look it.
And hello, everybody. Welcome back to Road to WrestleDeep with an amazing... I did that at the wrong time because I waited till she stood up. That was a dumbass moment. Anyway, now we're back. Now we're officially back. All right, so we are back, and we are back in Baldur's Gate. We are closer to the lower city in an open area, kind of closer to the docks. Kind of near like a warehouse open where there's kind of big open space and the warehouse is open, but we are also 10 years past. So now on the 10-year anniversary of the inaugural event of the Sword Coastal Championship, we are having more and more organizations pop up, I guess we could say. So it's not like in the real where it was like territories or anything like that, but it is because some of them are based in the surrounding towns and things like that. But there is a lot more. But it is kind of a known facade because a lot of them are still owned by FWW. So they're independent in the sense they kind of have their own name and area, but it is definitely very much tryout and trial training type organizations in the bigger company sense. And then you do still have some independents, much like Valiant World Wrestling, and which is now grown and prospered into an organization of 3 people so far. We have Roderick, Liftslug, and Rain. What did we say? Well, orphans of a kind, but now
freelance
orphans. There we go. There, freelance orphans. That's what it was. And now kind of made their way in the world, doing various jobs, odds and ends. Who knows what success was and how legal it was? We're not going to get into that right now because we're an official organization right now. We have a permit. And now location. While there's a big match kind of going on tomorrow and some smaller outlying matches that are available, today is tryout day. Now there's sign up for organizations. Some people that kind of have left their contracts of one organization, whether they're trying to advance or they're trying to maybe go more to the indies, so to speak. This is the day that really happens, and like contracts are negotiated or just re-entered into, or new ones are started, depending on how you want to do it. Now, there are several booths. There's this big, huge booth, just big, elaborate FWW booth with like its own little side ring and a tryout area, very kind of cordoned off in section with a long, long line that goes down to the pier. Some people are practically about to fall into the water. You have some small organizations that are kind of what they are. And then you have the one that's essentially Valiant World Wrestling, which is just a super ecstatic Roderick, practically vibrating and bouncing behind the desk. Rain, I'm sure, nearby, and Liflug kind of just moving some of the crates out of the way to have an area and kind of quartering it off four corners to make like essentially a dirt ring without any ropes or anything behind them. With that, Rain, I mean, I assume, like we say, you were there, but whatever you're doing, or if you're hanging out or chilling or what's going on to begin with, we'll start there.
Is this Roderick speaking, or?
No, that's me. So I'll say, Roderick is just sitting there, kind of. He's got his own little like banner that him and Liflug kind of made. That's just kind of like paint, and the brush that they happen to find with just like whatever weird colors paints that they happen to find. It's like this mix because the paint can was actually mixed, so it's all kinds of different colors. So it was like it came out like it ended up being tie-dye letters, but it wasn't on purpose whatsoever. And he, like I said, Liflug's kind of lifting stuff around, and he's just kind of waiting, sitting at the desk, like for people to come and sign up for your brand new promotion that you got a permit for just today. So I will say, actually, you probably just came from. He's ecstatic because you just came from the office and now received the permit to officially say, yes, we recognize you as an indie promotion, and you can have people sign up and take them on the road to WrestleDeep. And everyone, for what that means is the road to WrestleDeep. WrestleDeep being basically the WrestleMania of the realm that happens in Waterdeep. This happens, pretty soon down the road, but leading up to that, promotions, not necessarily individuals, have to collect 9 coins in order to be entered and have their wrestlers be put into matches and be in the rotation for this big multi-day event. How you do that is you go on to other areas and different territories or shows, towns, and promotions, and you put on shows either good enough, depending on how they want to rate it, or walk out with the most wins as an organization if it's tournament style, and you win the coin for that event. And then you take those coins and you enter them into the big show, and your promoter can then put you in interject, and they will schedule your matches and kind of put you in rating of that, where they want to put you popularity-wise or just how good you are to put the show on in the big show of them all for the year, WrestleDeep. Chance at glory, your chance at stardom and changing your life forever is on the road in culmination of this event. While there's trials and tribulations along the way and adventures that happen on the road, of course, and mishaps and wonderful things as well, that is the goal of the road to WrestleDeep. That is how it has been announced to everyone. So now people are now arriving in these areas to do official signups and tryouts to join organizations and have a chance at this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So, Rain, you have just handed Roderick the permit about 5 minutes ago, and he is losing his mind, and eventually had put out the sign that says people can sign up here now. We can go. He's excited to have tryouts. He doesn't even know if he needs tryouts because people are going to sign up or not. He doesn't give a crap. He is just super ready to go and raring for it.
Okay, so he's doing all the stuff, trying to get everything prepared, and I decide, obviously, that absolutely no one is going to look at my weird vibrating brother and want anything to do with him, just in a regular situation. So I go and I take my loot out, and I kind of steal a box, kick it over to the front where the sign is, sit down, and I start playing my lute and do a little bit of a charm. type spell thing.
All right.
And project my voice, and I start singing a song that helps people focus on me and
Rock and
where
roll with
I'm
a performance
sitting
check.
by this big sign. Okay, performance check.
But you are back to normal ones. We have your adult character. No, your adult character sheets. That came out wrong. Your, you know what I mean?
I closed my phone when I took a rest, and now I have to load everything again. Wait, no, stop opening things. Okay. Why is it doing that? It's a 3.
What's your do you have a
I have a +3. I have a +3, so it's a 6.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound bad. It's kind of drowned out by all the other commotion, so it's just not really projecting out. It's not, I mean, you're trained and it's playing, so you're not like missing a string. You may miss a note every now and then, but not even noticeable. But like, yeah, Roderick's like, yeah, that's good. Yeah. No, play louder. Maybe that'll get them to come over here. Meanwhile, Lift went over and like looked at the box he moved, and he's like, ugh. And then he goes and gets a different box and puts it into place where he's trying to make the ring, and the way Roderick specifically like outlined with his foot. So he's trying to get that ready. Once again, he's kind of like just laying a rope down in between so that they're not like hanging up. He's just trying to drape it so somebody knows that it's kind of a square, but it's more like a friggin' triangle at this point because Lift's not the best at shapes, but we're getting there. And then, yeah, however we want to roll it from there as we're going. If you want to, when anybody. If we can just start down the line, we're getting popcorn if you want with if anybody is still together, how you want to role play that. I don't know if we really discussed that or if people are coming, moseying around different things individually, but
if it's all right, I would like Herbie to be late.
I was late. Herbie's going to be late? Okay.
Late.
I was going to say, if Vesper's cool with it, I think it would be cool for Elia to show up last, because in my mind, Vesper is like putting her into this. She really doesn't want to, but that's up to you, obviously, because you're Vesper.
I would say that Vesper would then show up early to try to smooth things over, but not knowing what we're going into. We just know that there's tryouts, and I'm not allowed to speak about what went down with Elia and the whole thing that Sophie and all that. So I'm just here to scout, make sure I understand, and then report back to her. So that way I can be like, this is an opportunity you want to do or no.
I think when you show up, you see Miguel hanging out outside, eating an apple, waiting for Herbie, and is just eating and says, "Hey, Silver Shadow, it's been a minute. How you doing?"
I thought I recognized someone who seems really oddly tall, but where's your other half? That's the last time I saw
That is a good question. I don't know. Herbie will be here at some time. It's good. Are you gonna do this thing?
Sorry, do what thing?
WrestleDeep. That's not why you're here?
Oh. And Vesper just kind of looks at her outfit like, no. I'm representing the person who will be, or at least possibly. This is it, right? This looks
all right.
A little bit like a triangular ring, and is like.
You done a lot of like community games, lot of matches out among the people. Silver.
Me? No. I manage someone who does, and community sounds like a stretch. We're making a comeback from the big leagues and trying something.
Fancy. I'm not so fancy. This is how most of us wrestle. It's good. It's good for the body, good for the bones, right? You just pick up what's around you, make do. Yeah.
I'm gonna take your word for it. I haven't experienced the craftsmanship of DIY wrestling, so this is new for me. But
You're gonna it's a treat. It's a treat. I like it.
At this point, dressed in a spiky leather vest with spiky leather bracers, everything black, fishnet top with some sort of like strapless black situation, and black shorts and long black boots. Multiple weapons on the body. Green and purple braids in a mohawk that go down just a little bit past, like just a little bit down to maybe like not the lower back, but like the middle back or so. Walks up Ilya, now far more muscular and 7'10", and she comes over to Vesper. She looks at this sort of triangle DIY ring, and she says to her, "You've got to be kidding."
Hey, you said you wanted to get back to your roots. Doesn't get any more rooty than the ground. So I don't know what you want me to do. You know, you said you wanted to change your image. This is how we change your image.
By the way, at this point, Liflog is like,
see my image for it to change.
On this side, at the same time, Liflog is going over to Rain like, what is the problem? This is, everyone keeps talking about this. And you look back, and it literally is. It's almost like a triangle. And Roderick's like, oh, come on, man. Like, what did I mapped it out for you. Like, what do you, Rain, can you sit here? Can you sit here? Can you, like, don't miss anybody, please. Can you promise me? Can you promise me? Rain, come on.
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
I promise nothing, but I'll sit there, I guess.
Thank you.
How am I?
Unless you want to teach the squid, whatever. I don't know. And he just runs over. And he's like trying to move the crate too. And he's like, "What the hell did you put in this?" Like he can't move it, so he's like, "Move it over here." And the lift dog's like, "All right, fine," and like picks it up easy and is like, just setting it out of the way. So it does look disheveled, just to set the scene a little bit more. And on the desk, by the way, Rain, it's literally just like a piece of paper with a pencil, just with like name and like persona, like different, very basic, like please be in my company, not even like a real contract. It's like very minimal. So you're like ticking off that you'd have to be like, fuck, do I gotta like set, come on, man, like I don't. And the permit's just kind of like tacked on the side to prove it in this like broken, like, very like lemonade stand looking sign up area.
The rest of the group, are they sort of off to the side or like within my viewable distance?
Oh, that's what I mean. They were talking about the ring and stuff, so I did kind of put it that they were pretty close, because they kind of he got it where it's kind of like towards the entrance, so he can at least be like, "Hey, come to me first," before they see all of the maybe better options. But first come, first serve versus.
I see these people here. They look a little bit more professional than maybe what you're aiming for, but since I have higher standards than you, I give it a go. Hello, intrepid adventurers of some sort. Are you looking for a new guild or fighting league to join? We just got our permit today.
You.
Oh no. It's my best friend. Hello. Go over, little hug. Oh my God, I missed you so much. Where were you? You never wrote me back. Very sad. Very sad.
He kind of stands back and is like, I don't know what this is. I'm not part of it.
Vesper, Ilya looks at you and says, "Really, the best we could do is the orphans."
Ooh.
Okay, so I mean, I don't remember much from that. Like, I remember that guy, because how could you forget? Like, he's basically a monument by himself. So like, I couldn't forget that. But I'm not to speak as if you're not here. I don't know this person, so you let me know what's up. But
and I would say, sorry, not interrupt. I just want to give you context on that. Rain would know about Ilya and that she had a run like correct. If you want to go through to kind of what she would know about the run and how public it would be and those types of things, and kind of know that. So I'm not, and obviously your reaction is perfect. I'm just letting you know that she would have a little bit more context to where Ilya's been.
Ilya's run started in our Ilya's run started after that incident 10 years ago, and then ended after 8 years. And if you've been in Baldur's Gate, Ilya has been trying to do good deeds with the Harpers and the Flaming Fist, but nobody will take her seriously as a good person, because when her reign was going on, she was the antagonist. She was very like brutal and violent,
which I love.
But she left.
But I'm refining.
Yeah.
Her.
I would like to make a caveat to this. The only person that really thinks that Ilya is a good person is Rain.
I guess Vesper and Rain.
I believe she's a good person. I just like her violence even more.
But like not just a good person, but a kind person.
Would the rest of us, if we stayed in Baldur's Gate, would we know what happened to Ilya?
Yeah, if your character has, I mean, obviously became wrestler, so it does make sense. So I'm just trying not to, like, whatever the other side is. If you just kept up with the league and wrestling and going on, like, yes, you would know that. You would know, like, the three folks that you saw wrestle, like, became very big names. Like, there's a lot out there. Obviously, we kind of cover and go over, and we can even off to the side talk about who your favorite is on the things I've kind of made up as we go. Lavender Lightning is still out there. She's currently she's actually the current Sword Coastal champion. Macho went on. He had a bigger feuds with Sulk Brogan, and kind of went back with the FWW title and those types of things. And so is Sholo, Kael. Like they're all still very big names, and that's still going on. And there's much more. But yes, if you're keeping up with it, you would have known in the main circuit. Like, yeah, it was like a lot of people like accused of like cheap heat and just brutality, and like this isn't wrestling. This is just vulgar displays of violence. Like that's the aura that is given for Ilya.
And I come in and basically give the gladiator speech every time of like, are you not entertained? Like, what do you mean? Yeah. This is what you're here for.
And now, and I was gone for 2 years, and now I'm here, and I just look at this with disgust. You're attached to me. Rain, are you still hugging me right now? Is that still happening?
I can sidle away a little bit, because I didn't actually put my arms around you. I just sort of put my shoulder on you, like, hi, bestie, because I am aware that physical touch is not your thing, but I'm trying to sort of like emote a little bit, right? But
Ilya
I do kind of
will go over to. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Ilya will go over to your brother, your twin, and just say, "Hi, I'm here to join. Do I really need to try out? I mean, I'll do it, but..."
I'm gonna run up and I'll be like, "Yes, we're gonna try out as a sign of good faith, because that's what we do when we're rebuilding our image. They have to see your skills as they are currently."
By the way, I'm not a villain anymore, so don't market me that way. In fact, I've changed my name. I'm no longer my wrestler name is no longer Ego, it's Hero now. So make sure you get that right on the advertising.
Yeah. So Roger will step back from your other one and kind of like look to Vesper, and then bring his eyes directly over, and then be like, okay, and then up, and then he just he hears Liflo do the same thing, and Liflo goes, no. And he's like, hey man, this is your job. This is what you'll eventually get paid for. Anyway,
she'll just get in the ring.
He'll be like, hero. Hey, love it already.
I'm gonna run over to her real quick. I'm like, hey, I need you to do your entrance again. We talked about this again.
Right.
Would you like a musical accompaniment with your entrance? I can totally do that.
Right. But what's my because she didn't have an entrance for her 8 years. She just walked in and got to fighting.
It's okay.
Hey,
So
we can work on that. We can get through this part.
What you need is a rousing song that will get everyone excited and just make them believe in you as a hero. What do you say?
She is going to walk back to the beginning, take out her great club and her warhammer off her back, and do like this sort of like like banging them on the ground every step that she takes, and then at the end she just lifts them up and crosses them and goes and goes ah, and then gets in the dirt
eye
ring.
Contact. Now turn. Make eye contact. Sinister face just a little bit. Like I'm just directing her like it's a photo shoot.
Yeah.
While this is happening, Rain takes out her lute. She strums a little bit. She goes, okay. All right, time it out. Okay. Where have all the good men gone? Where are all gone? Where's the streetwise Hercules to find the Rosinants?
Yes.
Every night I toss and I turn and I dream of what I need. I need a hero.
I'm like, with the beat, hit the beat, come on.
And I will just say this part.
Yes.
Roger did step out, and he's just kind of off to the side like this, like picturing it. Liflug's like, "Are you serious? Like, am I doing this?" And Liflug's just standing in the ring, like, "Okay."
I need backup dancer.
I'm just gonna slow turn the dude kind of.
Ilya is fully doing the like I'm too famous for this. I can't believe how low the mighty have fallen. But she'll look at Liflug and go, "So you're how I'm auditioning?"
He looks at Roderick. That is the agreement.
All right. What do you
for
need? I've got new moves.
Yeah, so for the tryout, we're just going to do like a round of the narrative battle. So just give me your roll of your pool of sixes. I mean, we can just do a full amount. Like I said, it's not going to be like a full-on match or anything like that. So we'll roll our ring HP pool.
Mm-hmm.
How many sixes did you get? Yep.
Or the
10d6 to start.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3,
And we can cut it down to 5 or whatever if you want to.
4, 5,
take it off if it's hard to get that many.
7. Yeah, let's cut it down to 5 just so everybody can,
Perfect.
I got 1 6 and then a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 5.
Well, I got 0 sixes, so run you through. So like I said, with this narrative, you want to run it through like a few like minor moves and stuff like that, and then when you're ready to hit your move of this narrative battle, then we'll roll for that.
Yeah. She'll like come up and do like a basic chop to the middle of the chest. And then is he gonna like do anything or
like he'll sell it, like he'll take it. I mean, obviously it probably still the slap is gonna hurt coming from him. He's like 6'5", but 7'10" chop coming down is still gonna be a mother, So he'll be like, he'll take it back,
especially
like,
with a 20 strength. So.
And he'll like immediately like dagger eyes to Roderick, and Roderick's like, yeah.
And then after that, I'll go on ahead and do my. Let me pull up my persona sheet. I'll go on ahead and do my special move. I'm not gonna do. Do I need to do the finisher, or can a special move suffice?
Yeah, no. I mean, literally whatever you want to do in this one. I'm not gonna make you go through the full 10 pool or anything like that. Just like a round of it, basically. Cool. I'll be honest.
Cool. Then I'll just do the special move, where I will, pit. I will. Hold on. Yeah, I'll grab them in like what is a pin but doesn't look like it's a pin. Put them into an arm wrestle with me, and then I will twist and using my full strength on their arm, I will twist and turn in a way that it makes it look like they won the arm wrestle, but then they will go ass over tea kettle and hit the ground.
All right, and yeah, just the strength check.
Strength check. Let's see what I add to that now. Strength or athletics?
I mean, you can do strength. Yeah, strength check. Well, I mean, no, you got some movements. I'll say athletic. I'll say athletics.
Okay. Let me use
the special
persona sheet. So, all right, yeah, gotcha. That is a 15.
Yep, you succeed. Lifla goes ass over tea kettle with you and lands on the dirt with a.
And then trying to sell it, I go, "Oh man, hating trying to sell it to a crowd of nobody." She goes, "Oh man, you're so much stronger than me. Looks like you won the arm wrestle." And then smiles at him.
Liflug will just grunt and kind of slowly get up, and Roderick's like, "Yes, loving it. Sign up sheets right over there. This is what I'm talking about, everybody." Like he was already sold.
On both of them because he hit the ground, but any dust that got on Hero, I will make sure it's gone. See, 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'll look at Vesper and say, "Can you fill out the I don't. I will feel way too much shame," and then she'll just go sit down on a box.
And he will come over and he'll look at Rain and then look at Vesper and be like, "I know it's a package deal, but just for official circumstances, a little manager promo isn't going to hurt anybody, right?"
I mean, I work for her, so as long as things are fair, then sure, I don't mind using my skills to help out, but I'm here to make sure that one doesn't have the old reputation attached to her. So
no, I am I'm with you. I think we're all with you there. We're ready to help and change images. I just need to know how much help we all need to give each other.
You guys handled the group things. I handled that thing. I'm going back to that's it.
I think that what my brother is clumsily trying to say is that we would all benefit from working together by making more money and doing more work if we just spent some time helping each other out.
Okay.
You help us, we help you. It's a very beneficial arrangement, and nobody's taking advantage of anyone because we're all focused on succeeding together. Right?
Got it. You should let her do the talking. You see
I
how
tell him that all the
time for that one? Just a thought. Since we're helping each other, right? Rain, that sounds like a great idea. You let me know how I can help. I do have various connections we could probably pull on. But you and I can chat about what best I can help.
I will sincerely tell you that it is in my best interest that this succeeds, and I will do what I have to do, which helping you, helping Hero succeed is in my best interest. So I'm happily here for you, as well as everyone else. Of course.
And I'll just put I'll do a slight, curtsy that kind of really gives it away that I'm still very much part of nobility. But then I'll hold my hand out to you, Rain, and I'll say, let's get rich.
Absolutely, let's do.
And then I'll just look at your brother and be like,
I was going to say, does Rain give Roderick a look?
yeah.
Roger, Rain kind of looks at Roger. She goes, "It's not hard."
Like, I just wanted to hear her say the line. I just wanted her to say the line. I'm sorry. I just wanted to hear it.
What line?
You know, the butts thing. She's always doing that.
Oh, yes. Can you please say the butts thing? It's his favorite.
You want to hear it from Hero, though, right? That's what I'm picking up. That you want.
I mean, if it's like, he's very much like, he's trying to be a promoter, but he's just a fanboy right now. He's like,
okay, yeah. He's a fanboy, deep at heart. He's just not very good with the brain thing. So,
gotcha. Hey, Hero, love. Hey, can you just join us for 2.5 more seconds? I know I hate to keep you on your like very shiny boots. We want to make sure we don't let those go bad. But
yeah,
you do kind of have a someone who admires your history, and so they just want to hear the famous line. You know, and don't forget the growl at the end. Remember, we do a little growl at the end because, you know, they do like the violence, but we're refined violence, right? Refined violence.
Right.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
I forgot it. Can you remind me?
So remember, he says, if you don't like your own ass, no one else will. You know, remember kind of.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, we're back.
If you don't like your if you don't like your own ass, no one else will.
Next time we charge for that, just I think we should.
Oh yeah, no, cage fees. I got it.
No, yeah.
But yeah, no, we got you signed up. I mean, there's going to be refreshments, you know, and stuff later. And if you want to just meet up again, same time tomorrow, it's up to you. We're here letting everybody else sign up.
Okay, and I'm actually gonna look towards Dude and be like, so am I gonna get to see you do some things, or are you just hanging out?
Me?
No,
I think Danny.
I don't fight. I don't fight.
No, I meant Danny.
I'm pretty.
Danny. With Danny's character, just hang out.
Well, I was just hanging out. Outside waiting. Yeah, so Dude Kind was just hanging out outside waiting for Herbie to come by, letting this all play out, and probably wouldn't go inside until Herbie comes in. Just hanging out.
Then at that moment, a trickle of sweat pouring down his brow, running with a sweater vest and a bow tie, holding a page boy hat in one hand and his briefcase in the other, charging down the lane is a huffing and struggling Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
And he skids to a stop and puts his hands on his knees, holds his little briefcase close to his chest, and says, "Did I miss it?"
No, hey, you're right on time, Herbie.
Oh, good. All right.
You ready to take a moment? Did you have?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Get some water.
No, good.
Yeah.
Got out of work late. Sorry.
No, hey, you have nothing to be sorry for. Let's go in, and I think with that, if you agree that Herbie would come in, we'll go in.
And yeah, Herbie follows with his briefcase and his sweater vest.
Welcome. Are you here for the tryouts? You.
Yeah. Herbie. Herbie here is a star in the making. I'm just here to hang out.
This is my first time.
Yeah. Now Herbie's got more knowledge about this industry than anybody I've ever met in my life.
He pushes his glasses up on his nose.
Ooh,
Herbie is the smartest person I know. Herbie is impressive, and I am Herbie's #1 fan.
Oh,
and so
Miguel.
Yeah, love for Herbie to get to try out, and if Herbie gets in, I'll come along too.
Well, all right. Well, Herbie, is this the the approach to ring gear that you take?
No. 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, no, by all means.
And he kind of like every couple of seconds he will apologize, but he takes a protracted amount of time to undo his, sets the briefcase down on the ground, undoes the clasps in the briefcase, opens the briefcase, shuffles through a bunch of papers, pulls out a like sequined pair of chaps that he's knitted, that he pulls on over his work trousers and ties at the front, takes his shirt off and like, sorry. And then the pièce de résistance is a knitted blue like ski mask that he puts on, ties up the back. And it's got these little horns on it that are kind of wonky. He says, all right. Okay. All right. I'm ready. My name is Herbert Crambuckle, but you can call me Manta Ray.
Yeah! Manta Ray! Manta Ray! Manta Ray! Manta Ray!
Oh, and Roderick smiles and he gets real. He finally settles down. He smiles and he goes, "Well, Manta Ray, I'm gonna give you to Liflug." And then he looks over at Liflug. Liflug's like, "Are you kidding me?" And as you step towards the ring and you go to get into this triangled square circle, we are gonna call it for the session into next week. I know it says bi-weekly, folks, but we are going to do a little bit of a cliffhanger for tryouts and come back next week. Do a little bit off schedule to work around for everybody else. I think it is next week, right? I know that some people can't make it, but we'll always work that around. And I think Louis will be back, so we'll do a little bit catch up there as well and work him into it.
I leave my ward in capable hands.
And get go, yeah. Yeah, and
I will say, Elia sees this and hears the Manta Ray chanting, and for the first time looks less bitchy and goes, "Oh, it's apple slices."
And just give you a big wave.
Love this.
And with that, in this amazingly lovely cast and crew, I thank you all so much for making this very special for me and the Creative Disarray Inc. team. You all are so wonderful, and I can't wait to keep going on this adventure with you. Thank you for everybody that's joined, and we'll continue watching. I will kind of do a little bit of editing and add some maybe sound effects and stuff like that for extra effect and pizzazz, and put it on YouTube as well, and get it out for everybody else to watch into the future. So thank you so much. This has been Creative Disarray Inc. and the cast team with Road to WrestleDeep. Thank you so much. Take care. See you next week.